WRSR, Owasso, Flint. The following program has been pre-recorded and is paid for by Discover Flint Township. The views expressed are those of Discover Flint Township and do not necessarily reflect the views of 103.9 The Fox or Krill Communications, Inc. Welcome to Discover Flint Township, a program showcasing our local community. Flint Township is ready for your next move. And now, your host, Flint Township Economic Enhancement Director, Tracy Tucker.
I'm Tracy Tucker, and this is Discover Flint Township, brought to you by Flint Township Economic Development Authorities, HAP, Financial Plus Credit Union, Shea Automotive Group, and 103.9 The Fox. We're wide awake, and we hope you are too. Today, we shine our guaranteed rate business spotlight on Renew You Massage Studio. We have Karrie Miller from Renew You Massage Studio. Hi, Karrie. Why don't you tell everyone what you do at Renew You?
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
So I am the owner and operator, licensed massage therapist at Renew You. I also do a service called fascial stretch therapy, the only one in Genesee County who offers this service.
Awesome.
So those are the things that I do.
Those are the things I do. So let's start off with, how did you get involved in the business, in massage therapy? Many years ago, another lifetime ago, I actually had a very severe back injury. Oh my.
I literally could not stand on my own 2 feet without crumpling to the floor.
Well, that's not good.
Very scary.
Yeah.
You know, you get all those thoughts, oh my God, I'm never going to walk again.
Right.
No insurance. So, very limited of what I could do.
Right. Right.
So I had a chiropractor at the time who was helping me, suggested you need to get massage.
Wow.
So between massage and chiropractic got me back on my feet.
Wow. Amazing. That's amazing.
Totally changed my life. And then not long after that, I went back to school to get my bachelor's of business and found out where I went back to school, they had a massage therapy program. And I thought, I'm just going to check it out. I ended up transferring into the massage therapy program and went from a C student to an all A student and graduated cum laude.
Wow. Good for you.
Fell in love.
Good for you.
And have been doing it ever since.
That's amazing. That really is amazing. So how long have you been in business?
So I've been in massage therapy for 15 years.
Wow.
I've had my own business now for 5.
Oh, awesome. Now, where is your studio located at?
So I am on the northeast corner of Linden and Lennon Road. I'm right across the street from the post office.
Northeast corner, Linden and Lennon Road, right? Oh, in the 2-story buildings there.
Yes.
Okay, right near Happy Elephant.
2 doors south of Happy Elephant.
Yeah, so that makes it easy for everybody to find.
Yes.
And it is Renew You.
Yes, all capitals, RENEW.
Yeah. So, and how long have you been at that location?
5 years.
5 years.
I've been in the same location ever since I opened up.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and we're glad to have you here. So you said you do the fascial
stretch therapy. We call it FST for short.
Okay, and so what is that?
So fascia, not everybody knows what fascia is either. So I'm going to explain that a little bit.
Go ahead.
If you have a raw piece of chicken that still has the skin on it, and you pull that skin back and you see all that white webby stuff in there, that's fascia.
Okay.
We have that intertwined all throughout our body. Okay. It's in between our muscle and our skin. It's wrapped around all our bones, our organs, it's in our joints, it's intertwined in all our muscles. And over the last several years, decade or so, new science has shown that the fascia actually has more nerve endings in it than our muscles do.
Really? That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah. So this web basically is our tensile unit that keeps us level keeps us from falling over when we move an arm or a leg, or as we run and we're only standing on one leg for that second, that tension in the fascia keeps us from falling over.
That's interesting. I never heard of that.
Yeah. So, and most people don't even know what it is. They look at you like you're a Martian when you say
like I'm
fascia.
looking at you right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at her dumbfounded because I'm like, I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah. So what fascial stretch therapy does is it comes in and it stretches out that fascia. So when fascia gets injured, it compresses.
Okay.
And it starts to squeeze on those muscles. And it can squeeze in on the joints. and it creates the pain.
Huh. So the pain is really coming from the fascial, not the
Now, I can't
joint,
say that.
but
the
some
majority
of
the
it
pain
is.
comes from the fascia. Yeah.
That's interesting. So just having surgery or something like that's not going to help that situation, right?
Right. So all that scar tissue, they cut through that fascia, and when it comes back together, creates that scar tissue. That scar tissue isn't pliable and mobile.
Okay.
So fascial stretch therapy, we come in and along with massage therapy, we come in and we create a more mobile tissue, a more fluid tissue. We create space in the joints with some traction with fascial stretch therapy.
Okay.
And then we go into a stretch, and combined with massage, you get such a deeper relaxation, such a more fluid movement, and release that scar tissue and all that adhesion.
Oh, okay. So you do it. It's not just a therapy that you do on its own. You do it in conjunction with massage therapy mainly.
So yeah, the protocols that I use with massage.
Okay.
FST does and can stand on its own. You can do, a 1 hour stretch therapy if that's what you choose, but I get better results when I do both of them.
So who would be a good candidate for either just the fascial massage or fascial therapy or just massage therapy alone?
So I work on a lot of athletes who are looking to stay injury-free, improve their performance. I also work on people who are recovering from orthopedic surgeries. So knee surgeries, hip surgeries, shoulder surgeries, ankle surgeries, foot surgeries.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So all of it. Anytime when you got to get that more flexibility to move your joints and things like that you haven't been doing because you've been laid up or had a cast or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That makes sense. So let's see. What other services do you provide? You do the facial. I keep on saying facial because when you look at it, it's spelled that way, but it's fascial. Stretch therapy. You do the regular massage therapy. Now, are those the only offerings you have there, or are there other things that you have?
I do offer a life stretch class, which has been on hiatus because of COVID.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will come back soon. But along with everybody's session, they do get a choice of aromatherapy and a hot towel.
Oh, nice.
So those are my offerings.
Awesome. That's awesome. So anything you have questions about, Rusty? You look like you might have a question.
No, actually, I've had the I'm pronouncing it wrong too. I always heard it as fascia as opposed to fascial. If I'm recalling it correctly, you're actually kind of pulling the skin away from
Different technique.
Oh, a different technique.
Yeah. So there's myofascial release, which is more along of the pulling the skin. That's the superficial fascia. Okay. And there's I forget how many, but 26 different types of fascia in the body.
Oh, okay.
So the fascia that you're talking about is more of a superficial, which is between the skin and the muscle. Okay. Where you can manipulate that by pulling the skin, not using any oil and pushing the skin. That's a myofascial release.
Okay. So then yours is more of a normal massage stroke?
Actually, the stretch that I do isn't even a massage stroke. Okay. It's assisted stretching, where we start with a traction with the joint and then move the limb into a stretch. And then we can also do what we call PNF, where it's you push and then resist my pressure, fatigue the muscle, relax.
Gotcha.
And then you go into a little bit deeper of a stretch, do it again. And then as we come out of the stretch, we come out a different way than we went in. So that we don't create.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I can't even think of questions because I'm sitting here listening. I'm trying to really hear what she's saying.
I'm almost tempted to go in just so we can come back and talk about it again.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
we may have to do that.
That's how I used to get a lot of free services. Let's do this so I can talk about it with you on the air.
Yeah.
But
we don't do that here though. So Any other questions you had, Rusty?
No, actually, that's. Do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook?
I have both. I have all
Carrier
three.
pigeon?
Yeah. So you can reach me at renewyouFlint.com. You can click the request an appointment button, and that will send me an email, and I will contact you to get you scheduled. Or you can call me 810-423-2842. My email address is therapy.by.Karrie, Karrie, at AOL.com.
Awesome. And now if somebody wanted to get an appointment, are you booked out like a month in advance or a week in advance or?
I am currently booking about 3 weeks out.
Okay. That gives people an idea.
Is there a difference how your appointments work these days thanks to the age of COVID?
So I schedule a little bit longer time in between appointments so that I can do all of the cleaning and disinfecting in between. So
Right.
Do we have to wear a mask during the session?
Well, what I usually do is while you're face down, I do have a pillowcase hanging from underneath the face cradle.
Okay.
So that you don't have to wear your mask in the face cradle because that gets pretty claustrophobic.
Right.
Yeah.
And then as you
Just breathe deeply into the pillowcase. This seems weird.
right, you can't see my toes then when I do that. And then I just ask when I flip you over that you put your mask back on, and it seems to work.
So is the fascial? I'm sorry, Tracy. I'm kind of
You're fine.
taking
No.
over here. Is because fascial is something I've not actually done. Is it a little bit more akin to? And I've not done this either. A little bit more akin to I believe it's the Thai massage where it's more stretches, or is it more akin to just stretches you would get during a normal massage session?
So they're a little bit different. Thai massage is typically done on the floor. And I'm not overly familiar with all of the stretches that Thai does.
Right.
And I do believe they are different positions of different positions of stretches. And I don't know that Thai typically does a traction with their massage.
Oh.
I keep saying massage with their stretches.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the traction in about 30 seconds.
Yeah. So before we start a stretch, we always start, like if I'm stretching your leg, okay, which would actually be your low back, your glute.
Right.
Okay. I start in a traction position, loosen the joint up first.
So like the knee is bent as the traction.
So if you're laying on your back, I'm at the foot of the table. I have your ankle and your heel in my hand. I pull the entire leg down, gently pull it down, and I will move it back and forth, up and down in circumduction, which is a circle, and loosen up that joint. And then I can bring it up into a bent position out to the side, depending on what muscle I want to stretch.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then do that both sides. I also do a side stretch where I will take your legs and sweep them across to the opposite side of the table. Stretch all up the side. I can even have you bring your arm up over your head to get a deeper stretch up into the ribs.
Awesome.
So those are the types of things that we do. We do the same similar things with the arms so we can stretch the shoulders.
Awesome. So I want to remind everybody, this is Karrie from Renew You Massage Flint, and they can get you at www.renewyouFlint.com. Click on the request an appointment button, and they can call you at
810-423-2842.
Awesome. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
I'd like to remind our listeners, if you want to email a question to us or a comment, you can email discoverflinttownship@gmail.com, or you can visit us on Facebook at Flint Township Events, FLINTTWPEVENTS. Our YouTube channel is Discover Flint Township. You can visit our web pages, discoverflinttownship.com or flinttownship.org. And I want to thank our great guests that we've had today. We had Dione, we had Pastor Rob, and we had Karrie, who's still here with me. Thanks, Karrie. And we want to thank our partners, HAP, Shea Automotive Group, Financial Plus Credit Union, Guaranteed Rate, and 103.9 The Fox. And discover Flint Township with us next Sunday when we're going to have Shea, someone from the Sloan Auto Fair, and Jill Maxwell from Maxwell Therapy. And this is Tracy Tucker from Flint Township, your Economic Enhancement Director. If you have any questions about properties in the township, feel free to contact me. And I would like to remind everyone to stay safe, stay healthy, shop local, buy local, and discover Flint Township. See you next week.
Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. Guaranteed rate is not affiliated with any government agency. NMLS ID number 169474. Company NMLS ID number 2611. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This has been Discover Flint Township with Tracy Tucker. For more information, visit discoverflinttownship.com. Flint Township is ready for your next move. The preceding program was pre-recorded and was paid for by Discover Flint Township. The views expressed are those of Discover Flint Township and do not necessarily reflect the views of 103.9 The Fox or Krill Communications, Inc.